Hi, everyone, and welcome to another session of Power in Her Words by HerDomain. Today, I have Shagufta Ahmed with us, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So, we're going to jump right into it, and we're actually going to start from your academic background because there seems to be a bit of confusion there, right? So, you begin your studies in economics while also pursuing computer science. So, walk me through that. What was the order of that, and how did you have such diverse interests?
Sure. So I guess there was some confusion on the LinkedIn profile, misunderstanding, but to answer your question, actually, I started with electronic engineering before studying economics. Engineering has always been in my blood. Even as a child, I loved taking things apart and fixing them, like record player, TV, and anything I could get my hands on. And after high school, I learned about a technical institute that was established newly and exclusively for women. And that's that inspired me to pursue a career in technology. And that early passion for problem solving and curiosity about how things work has stayed with me, shaping my perspective as a technical leader today. And it taught me to approach challenges analytically, stay hands on when needed, and always look for innovative solutions, qualities that continue to guide me in leading teams and complex programs.
That's awesome. So electronics engineering, huh? So, how has that journey been like from electronics engineering and then working as a technical program manager? So, what were some defining moments that led you to where you are today?
Looking back, one of the defining moments for me was when I started leading projects beyond my core engineering responsibilities. Things like platform migration and developing new testing process. And those projects gave me the opportunity to collaborate with global cross-functional teams and learn how different departments operate. And I realized how much I enjoyed bringing people together, aligning efforts, and driving complex projects towards successful outcome. And that experience naturally led me to transition from a pure technical role into technical program management, where I could combine my technical background with my passion for coordination and impact at scale.
Awesome. And just building on that, so you also describe yourself as a change agent, right? You're somebody who connects people, processes, and then technology. So, can you share an example of a project where you made a real impact as a change agent?
One project that really stands out was when I helped transform a 20 years old company that was still operating like a startup into a mature, well-structured organization. I took a step back and looked at how people, process, and technology could come together more effectively. I defined end-to-end process from concept to delivery and connected departments that had been working in silos for years. We integrated tools across engineering, sales, marketing, program management, and product management. We introduced automation and dashboards so leaders could finally see real time data and make informed decisions. It completely changed how teams collaborated. So instead of spending hours chasing updates or working off outdated information, everyone had visibility and alignment. The impact was huge. It not only saved time across the company globally, but also created a culture of clarity, trust, and efficiency.
That sounds amazing. And while it obviously created a lot of impact, that seems like a huge undertaking, right? So, transforming a company
Was.
that's operated in a certain way for such a long period of time and transforming them. So, that must have been quite a challenge.
That is true. It was done in multiple phases, and it took quite some time because it is transforming the entire company to something that was not there before.
Awesome. Awesome. Talking a little bit more about your achievements. So, apart from creating impact as a change agent, you've also received multiple awards for excellence, right? From Best Product Owner to Customer Satisfaction Trophy. So, those are great achievements. So, first of all, kudos to you. And then, my question is, what do you think those awards represent? Your growth, your impact, or your values as a leader?
I believe those awards reflect who I am as a professional. They signify my commitment to thoroughness, attention to details, and striving for excellence in everything I do. Leaving no task incomplete and pursuing perfection, I value these are the values I bring to my work, and I see these qualities as central to my approach to leadership.
Those are pretty great qualities to have in these are great achievements. So again, kudos to you. Um, I follow you on LinkedIn, right? I'm sure a lot of other people do too. So we all know your involvement with tech women and you work with them in different capacities, right? You work as a mentor, you work as an impact coach. What drives your passion for mentoring? Because this is something that takes up a lot of your energy and time, right? So what what drives it, and what's one common challenge that you see that women face globally? So in different cultural and professional contexts, but something that's common.
You're absolutely right. I am deeply passionate about supporting women in STEM, perhaps because I faced significant barriers earlier in my career. I was often going against societal norms, and the environment at that time, it wasn't always welcoming for a female engineer. And those challenges made me stronger and shaped the leader I am today. Through Tech Women, I have the privilege of mentoring and coaching incredibly talented and high achieving women who are not only excelling professionally, but also driving change in their communities. Seeing their growth, the transformation in their confidence, mindset, and approach is one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Their progress energizes me and motivates me to do even more to support them. A common challenge women in tech face globally is being underestimated and overlooked for growth opportunities. Many times, their ideas or suggestions are dismissed, whereas similar suggestions from male colleagues are more readily recognized and accepted. Addressing this requires advocacy, mentorship, and creating environment where women's voices are valued equally.
So I couldn't agree with this more, right? As a women engineer myself, I've been at the receiving end of that, um, of those stereotypes and not being heard in rooms, being sidelined, and all that, right? So you've had a global career yourself. What advice would you give to women in Pakistan and beyond who want to transition into technical roles, technical leadership roles, but they face these kinds of hurdles, these challenges, these structural and cultural barriers?
My advice to women in Pakistan and beyond who aspire to transition into technical leadership role is do not give up and do not give in. Believe in your capabilities because you are capable of achieving more than you might imagine. Never let others define your limits or dictate what you can achieve. Invest in yourself by continuously developing the skills and expertise required for the role you aspire to. Let your performance speak louder than any doubt or skepticism around you. Excellence in your work is the most powerful way to break barriers. At the same time, build a strong network of mentors and peers who support your growth. Seek opportunities to learn from others, advocate for yourself, and take calculated challenges. Leadership is not just about the title, it's about influence, vision, and the courage to make an impact. Remember, cultural or structural barriers may slow you down, but they don't define your trajectory. With perseverance, focus, and commitment to excellence, you can achieve your goals and pave the way for others who follow you.
That's great advice, especially that part about having a network. Um, we often don't give enough credit to having a network, having people to look up to, having people to reach out to for advice, right? Whether it's in the capacity of formal mentoring or just reaching out and getting some insight or some advice. So
That's
that's
true.
really helpful. And you have been championing mentoring and, being part of those supportive networks. So that's amazing. Let's talk a little bit about the work that you're doing. You are managing complex programs, and while your role is that of a program manager, you're a technical program manager, right? So how do you stay relevant in terms of the ever evolving technology trends while also driving strategic outcomes? So how do you maintain that balance?
In a tactical program manager role, staying technically relevant is essential. I make it a priority to be hands on and deeply understand the technology behind the project I manage. This not only allows me to make informed decisions, but also enables me to guide teams effectively and anticipate challenges before they arise. What excites me about this role is that it provides constant opportunity for learning. Staying updated on new technologies, framework, and approaches is energizing for me, as learning is truly my oxygen. By combining technical expertise and strategic oversight, I can drive outcomes that align with business goals while supporting teams to deliver their best work.
Awesome. But I mean, it's not easy to maintain that balance, right? So I'm sure that there are times when you
I, I,
struggle with
I
it.
believe that you have to have a passion for it. If learning is your oxygen, you enjoy doing it. And I agree with you, it is not easy because it is very competitive. But yes, you have to make that effort.
And that's a great perspective on it, right? So when you think of it as learning and as growth, then you have a mindset shift and you approach it differently. If you think of it as work, as a burden, then eventually you burn out at some point and you are unable to maintain that balance. So my last question is going to be, of course, around AI and your take on that, right? How do you see AI and automation reshaping how we work today? What excites you about it? I know that mostly what we hear is that, hey, AI is going to take your job and your job and your job, especially people who are on the functional side. So are you excited about AI? Are you scared? What's your take on all that?
What excites me about the future of technology leadership is the incredible potential of AI and automation of amplifying human creativity and problem solving. Leaders will have the opportunity to drive innovation at a scale, make data driven decisions faster, and unlock efficiencies that are previously unimaginable. For professionals preparing for this future, I guess the key is adaptability and continuous learning. Staying curious about emerging technologies, building skills that complement automation, like critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence. And being open to new ways of working will be essential. Technology will continue to evolve rapidly, but those who adopt to change and focus on lifelong learning will thrive and lead with impact.
Right. So learning is at the core of it, right? Whether it's in terms of new technologies or just staying relevant. If you have the right mindset and you're open to learning, then I think you're good.
That is correct.
Okay. This was really nice, really informative. It was great speaking to you. Thank you for your time again, and we hope to speak to you and collaborate with you in the future.
Thank you so much for having me. And it was very nice talking to you, answering your questions. It was lovely. And I hope this voice reaches to the girls and women who can learn, adopt, get some inspiration, and grow. And all the girls out there, you are amazing. You are incredible. You have a potential that nobody can even imagine. So trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and pursue your career,
Those
whatever
are
you want
some
to do.
inspiring words, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here at HerDomain, right? We're hoping that these stories are going to help someone out, inspire someone, get someone out of a rut. So we really do also hope that it reaches the right audience.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.